What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Casper Chronicles. It's your boy Casper, and today we have my deck profile from the 3v3 case tournament that at the time of watching this video would have happened this past Saturday. My team and I, we got top 4. We split the prizing, so we each got 12 packs each. I pulled hot garbage, but that's not the reason for this video. The reason for this video is to give you my deck profile, and the plan is to get you my teammates' deck profiles throughout the week here. As you can see, I played Spright Brigade Sprite, but we'll get to the Sprite engine shortly. And I even included my side. We'll go over like what I sided, what I want to change, and throughout the main deck and such. So without further ado, we're going to get into the profile here. We're going to start off with the main deck. We'll do the extra deck and then the side deck. Alright, so standard Tri-Brigade lineup: 3 Fractal, 3 Kit, 3 Nerval, 2 Cuirass, right? And believe it or not, we still play Rescue Cat, okay? So 3 Fractal to get to the Kit or the Cuirass, right? Because you need the 2s on board for your Sprites. Me and my buddy, which he actually played similar deck to this, which, stay tuned for his profile, right? We did try out 2 Nerval, but like in testing, we definitely did miss the 3rd Nerval. So we bumped that to 3. We kept this ratio the same. We just moved some cards around elsewhere. But Cat is still, they have to answer Cat if they have it. If not, then you can just do the standard Appaloosa Revolt. And if you have the God Hand Appaloosa Revolt, the Revolt Double Dragon Lords. This is pretty standard. I'm not going to go too into depth with the Tri-Brigade stuff. For the Sprite engine, 1 blue, 1 jet, 1 red, 3 starters, and 1 smashers. Excuse me. So the Sprite engine in this quantity is literally just if they Ash Cat, and you have a way to special Cuirass, or starter is literally you can do Elf with Fergie, and depending on your hand, you can also special summon Double Dragon Lords with a Revolt set, which is pretty insane. And then like you have like 2 or 3 cards at hand as well. So like starter is insane. Like, so if they Ash Cat, cool, and you have Sprite. Like if you open Cat starter, you're always gonna go for the Cat first, and if they have the Ash for the Cat, cool, Sprite starter, and you just go into your Sprite place, which is awesome. Sprite Blue is the Stratos. In case nobody knows, Stratos searches a spell, which usually searches Smashers. Red is a monster negate. Now, if you send a level 2, it only negates. If you send a link 2 or a rank 2, it will negate and destroy. You got to keep that in mind, right? Also, side note, in case like anybody tries to cheat you or whatever, or tries to play like, normal summon blue effect. They're not normal summons. They're not normal summon effects. They have to be special summoned for them to trigger their effects. All right. Simply, and then starter is starter. Smashers, this card is literally like a double omen. So like if you have Revolt and you go Sprite combo, you're gonna have Revolt and Smashers. So you get a non-target banish with Omen, and then you get another non-target banish with Smashers. So that's 2 banishes, and then whatever cards you have in your hand to interrupt them. And then if you have red, you have a monster negate as well. Pretty insane. All right. That's it for the Sprite cards. for the hand traps. It's a very awkward lineup. I definitely do want to change it to what? I'm not sure yet. 3 Ash, 3 Imperm. I tried out 2 Ogre. I never really did too much with it. 2 Crow, 1 Veiler. The 1 Veiler for a cross-out target, right? Like, you still like, Cat is like your main combo starter, right? So you have to protect Cat. I did want to play the 3rd Veiler. It's just the deck was already at 41. I didn't want to play more than 41. I really wanted to play 40, but that just wasn't feasible. If anything, I would have probably cut the Ogre to 1 because Ogre is just kind of there just to test out. But in reality, like, it never really came up. I mean, like, if you Imperm, Ogre, Veiler, the rank 2 Sprite card, then they can't do anything because they don't have an XYZ monster to detach a material from. So you do any of that, like, that's cool, that's fine. But I mean, if anything, the Ogre would probably go on the side, and the 3rd Crow would come back in, and I don't know what else I would put in here. Maybe another Veiler. I'm not sure, but yeah, like, this hand trap lineup was all right. Like, I always like saw like 2 to 3 like almost every game except for like maybe 2, you know. But mainly, most of the time, my hand was pretty gas, and if it wasn't, you know, like, there's a card. If I was hand trapped in any way, you know, like, there's a card we're gonna get to here shortly that helped facilitate building a board. All right, onto the spells. Of course, 2 Tinky, the 1 Foolish. Literally starters in and of themselves. I think let's be real, when Tinky comes to 3, I think Foolish might be cut for the 3rd Tinky. I don't know, like, Foolish to me is like very lackluster. I mean, like, it's there as an extender, but if you already have Tri-Names in hand and they don't ask you, like, what are you gonna do? Foolish another Tri-Brigade card just because? Like, there's no real other target for it, you know? So I'm not sure, but Foolish was very lackluster for me. So let's clean these out of the way here. So the 2 cards I was telling you about, right? If we get hand trapped to like interrupt us, right? We play 2 talents, literally only because we have 2. A thought process was to play 3, but I do not have 3. Technically, I do not have any. I borrowed these from my friend, Mr. YG82, yeah. Thankfully, I did. This did come in clutch a lot. When I did get hand trapped, the draw 2 was almost always busted. Taking a monster, looking in there. I don't think I looked in anyone's hand. Yeah, I didn't look at anyone's hand yesterday. I should have. I've been pretty lit. Yeah, like, talents is pretty lit this format, you know, just because, like, the amount of hand traps that people are playing to stop, like, Sprite, Tier Elements, Punk is still at full power, Sword Soul still at full power, you know, all the hand traps that are in those lineups. So I feel like this is going to be like you have to play it. All right. And then to stop the hand traps, the 2 crossed out and the 1 called by. I did want to play 3. Excuse me. I did want to play 3, but just, I don't know. Like, I would just rather, you know, like, I feel like these 5 cards are enough to, you know, deal with getting hand trapped. It sucks, you know, when you open double cross out, like, with no starter. Like, what is that gonna do, you know? And it's okay. Like, we're back to this ratio for now. Again, you know, obviously subject to change. Solely for the next card that we're going to talk about, which is the 41st card, 1 Revolt. So with the Sprite engine, most of the time you don't really have 4 Beast, Warrior, Wing Beast monsters in your graveyard. So Revolt's kind of dead at more than one. But there are some instances where the second one does come up, right? And like you don't have it. I mean, at that time though, I don't know. It's just kind of pick your poison, right? I did miss it a couple games. Overall, it was all right though. I do want to bump this to 2 though. I'm not sure what I'm going to cut. But yeah, like 1 Revolt is pretty, like after turn 1, Revolt's kind of meh. But like if you, again, like the same mentality with the other one, the other deck profile, like if you hard open Revolt, like kudos to you, you know, like just fill your grave, you know, they stop all your plays, cool, set Revolt pass, still an interruption, you still get pluses, like, and you can still get other stuff off of it. Okay, let's go to extra deck. Of course, the Trickstar token, the Nibiru token. I don't know why I'm putting them over there. Oh yeah, Trickstar deck profile coming once Light Stage comes to 3. Let's be real, it's gonna happen. All right, stay tuned for that. For the Link Force, 1 access code to facilitate the OTK. Appaloosa. We still play the 3 Omen. This was just 2 Omen and an extra Fergie, right? But like if you open Cat, like you can still get a plus off of like you can still do like the Shurei combo to get the plus. Like granted, you're not gonna do like the Arc-like play where you add Karaz and then you can search the discard that special summons itself. I can't think of its name off the top of my head, right? This just like helps you facilitate getting another body, you know, so on and so forth. You use 1 for Revolt, you can hard make another one. All 3 of them do come up quite a lot. So yeah. Okay. The Link 3s, only 2, standard. This card, holy crap. Konami, please give this like at least a super or an ultra. Hell, even a secret. Like this card deserves to be like given the Sky Striker. Well, not ulti Sky Striker treatment, but like prismatic secret such. Right? This card helped me win so many games yesterday. If you have this and double DD Crow against tier elements, like they can't do anything unless they literally hard open super poly, hard poly, anything like that. You shuffle back whatever their target is, cool, crow, boom, turns over. And then OTK the next turn. So Link 3, you normal summon something, banish 4 for your Shurag, link this in your normal summon and access, and boom, boom, bye. Like this card is insane right now. Rugal's literally there solely for like the awkward hands to where you can't Appaloosa because like you don't have the extender, like you didn't resolve Cat, which I mean it's still few and far between, but they're like now that we have the Link 1, spoiler, we play the Link 1. Like this is kind of just there, like in really weird situations. But yeah, like this card I went into like maybe like twice. This card I went into like literally every game, which was insane. I love this card so much. And then like if they control the monsters, it should become 48. Whew, good luck, you know. All right, for the Link 2s. Like I said, we used to play 2 for, we only play 1. 1 Sprite Elf. This card is insane. Anything it points to, your opponent can't target with card effects. And it's just insane because like you can use this revive back kit, and put a kid under the arrow so they can't Veiler or Imperm you anymore. And like what are they gonna do? Ogre you? Sure, I'm still gonna get my special. You got it, right? Still the 1 Bear Brum for the search, hard search Revolt. Double Dragon Lords. I did play Dormadal. It came up one time, but I opted to go for a different play. But like this was in here just in case like really big floodgates that I couldn't get over. Like what's the one that locks you into types? Like any like the rivalry goes in. Let's see, rivalry goes in, TC Boo, anything like that, right? Anything that like really slows me down. Like that's what the primary purpose of this card was. I never really went into this. So, but it was here literally for those floodgates. Link ones, of course, you got to play the one Almirage Steel, just for them bricky hands. And then, like I told you, the Scareclaw Link 1, it doesn't really do anything in Spright Brigade. It's literally just a Beast Warrior or a Winged Beast. Like, well, I mean, it's a Beast Warrior, but it's like the Link 1 for sub Spright Brigade. I mean, Scareclaw. But like, it doesn't do anything for Spright Brigade. It's just a Link 1, which is awesome. Konami realized like they couldn't give Spright Brigade a broken Link 1 that does something for Spright Brigade as well as Scareclaw. Alright, and then the final card, the big boy, Gigantic Spright. Your opponent does not have an answer for this. This is full like Spright combo. This does have to resolve, but even though like if we have the extender, like we can still play through you interrupting this, so that's not a big deal. But like this card is absolutely insane. Like it still gets you to your Spright Brigade monsters. All right, that's the extra deck. Give me a second here. Put everything back in order. And then side deck. Alright, so we only played 3 monsters in the side deck, right? The side deck was 2 alphas and the 3rd crow for the monsters. Those were literally the only monster cards that we played. Just because, our deck is already, like, pretty solid going first. You know, it's going second, that's the issue. So we have a fair amount of going second cards as well as a lot of back row hate. Because there's some not so nice words I would like to say about Eldritch, but I'm going to try to keep it PG-13-ish for my channel, right? Alpha, it's pretty broken, this format, but I never got to use this. I sided in almost every time I went second. Never saw it though, so I can't really like comment on how good or bad it was. The 3rd crow, insane against everything. Spright, tier elements, Eldritch, what was Math Mech? Yeah, I played Math Mech. That was crazy. But yeah, like this card is like almost a mandatory 3 of, so more than likely it's probably gonna end up back in the main deck. Excuse me. All right, so going second cards, right? Dark Ruler no more. Really want to put one in the main, literally for a cross-out target. But I don't think everybody's maining this. I think they're siding it. So probably just going to keep it here for now. But people start maining it, I am definitely putting one of these in for a cross-out target for sure. All right. Technically going second as well as back row. Triple Lightning Storm. This card is insane. Playing against Eldritch, my going second hand was double Lightning Storm, Caress, Kit, Twin Twister. Spoiler, we played Twin Twister, right? Double Lightning Storm, 1 Twister, Caress, Kit, and then I top decked into another Twister. And yeah, then I just, you know, like I Lightning Storm, he Judgment, and then I was like, okay, cool. Activate the 2nd Lightning Storm. He Sanguine to bring out Golden Lord, and then blew up the rest of his back row, and then I proceeded to OTK him. This card is broken, like especially because like everyone is playing like Link decks and stuff, and like Toad, for example, they have to leave it in attack because it's 0 defense, so it's just gonna get run over, which is incredible, right? So Lightning Storm's pretty lit. Twin, you know, back row decks. I hate them. I cannot stand them. Final back row card, Red Reboot. Godly card. I had this game too against Eldritch. I never resolved it because I never needed it. But in case I had this, cool. Alright. Alright. And then for the final two cards, going first cards, a pointer. I really wanted this to be a 3 of. I just couldn't find the room. I mean, I did think about putting the third Crow in the main deck and just playing 42 just to play a third one of this. But it wasn't really super necessary. But yeah, this card is awesome. Definitely a 3 of for sure. But yeah, guys, that's the profile. I appreciate you checking out the channel, checking out the profile. Definitely stay tuned for the other deck profiles. Should be coming sometime this week of my teammates. Yeah, and I'm not going to keep blabbering. We're over 20 minutes. So as always, until next time, it's your move.